And to talk more about the devastating fires, Catherine Cruz joins us. She is a journalist for Hawaii Public Radio. Thank you so much for joining us, Catherine. And I understand you have some new information.
Yes, the latest word now, the fatalities up to 67. So I think this does, make this the worst natural disaster here in Hawaii. There was a hurricane, a tidal wave back in the 60s. But again, the death toll is expected to climb. Just a heartbreaking situation there. We were hearing that the first responders are going, street by street, checking cars for, bodies potentially, home by home, checking to see if there are any more fatalities in those areas. And as those areas are cleared, then, people are being allowed in. But yeah, just a tragic situation on the ground.
And Catherine, you're in Honolulu, but tell us more about what's happening on the state and local level in Maui. We understand that there is likely to be a curfew there starting this evening. What are you hearing, and what are local officials doing to help the residents and survivors?
Yes, the curfew was just announced today. They have set up a center, through the Red Cross, because there are, I think, still about 1,000 or so people that are unaccounted for. So they're trying to facilitate, if people are fine, if they got out alive, they just want them to get in contact with officials so their loved ones aren't worried. It's very distressing, the uncertainty of it all. But yeah, on the ground, the officials are trying to just get basics into the hands of the people that need them. They need fuel. Folks who need, let's say, medicines or need to go to a dialysis center, they're trying to basically make the medical supplies and the important things like, diapers and infant formula for families in need, to get those things into the hands of those people who that are basically, without anything.
We understood that weather conditions were forecast to improve in Maui today with the winds. Any sense that that has been the case? And are you hearing of any more potential threats of more or new fires? Is that over?
Well, no, I think they had at last check about 4 fires that were still going. And so it's a very fluid situation. But thank goodness the strong winds have diminished, and we've just got very tired firefighters, and so we've got teams of people that are helping to spell them. A lot of those first responders are just exhausted at this point.
President Biden announced a disaster declaration. Is that enough? I know FEMA is getting involved. Talk about the needs there. I mean, we've seen the devastating photos and the video of, just not left there in Lahaina. It will take quite some time to build back to what it was.
Yeah, I think for right now, they're just focused on the basic needs of the people that sought refuge at those emergency shelters. I think there were 2,000 that first night. They were able to get out a lot of the tourists. I think yesterday they got out 15,000 people. The airlines have been awesome. They've, reduced the fees to, $19 so that the tourists can get off. They can continue their vacation on some other island where they have plenty of hotels. And so, the whole message is, West Maui's closed. Flights are limited. They're, encouraging only essential travel if you can. The whole idea is they want to get the tourists out of the hotels in those areas because, if you're talking 1,000 people who are homeless, we have no place to put them up. And so they want to be able to put those residents into the hotels if need be, and get the tourists out of that area, because in many of these areas, there's no power, there's no water, no internet, limited cell phone service. So the conditions are very, just incredible in that West Maui area.
And about 15, 20 seconds left, Catherine. Anything that you think people outside of Hawaii should know? What is being underreported, do you think?
Well, I think, we have the aloha spirit here, and, they're calling it, being Maui strong with this unfortunate natural disaster. And so people will, pull together. Already, many Maui residents are coming over and staying with people here in Honolulu, on Oahu, on different islands. So we're opening our doors just, to help everybody.
All right, sending you the best. Catherine Cruz, thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us.
All right, mahalo, aloha.